From a distance, Australia's economy shines as a beacon of prosperity, AAA credit rating, decades of uninterrupted growth, and a global reputation as the lucky country. Its cities bustle with life, and its natural resources have long been the envy of the world. But the story is more complex than the headlines suggest. Beneath the surface, many Australians are feeling the squeeze. Everyday life is getting tougher for families, young people, and retirees alike, as the cost of living rises and wages struggle to keep up. The economy in 2025 is a tale of contrasts. On one hand, we have world-class resources, a highly skilled workforce, and strong trade links with Asia that drive growth and innovation. On the other, there's growing anxiety from recent shocks, the lingering effects of the pandemic, stubborn inflation, and a housing crisis that's pricing many out of the market. Our aim is to bridge the gap between official statistics and the real experiences of Australians. Numbers alone can't capture the daily challenges people face. We'll break down the industries that keep the nation running, explore the mounting cost of living pressures, and look at how these forces shape everyday life. We'll also examine the crucial roles of migration, global trade, and government policy in shaping our future. The old formulas for prosperity, relying on resources and steady growth, are under increasing pressure from new realities. As a nation, we now face tough questions about fairness, sustainability, and what kind of future we want to build for the next generation. Can we continue to rely on our natural resources, or is it time to diversify and innovate? How do we ensure that economic growth is shared more fairly, so that no one is left behind? And how do we confront the economic threats posed by climate change, from natural disasters to the urgent need for clean energy? By unpacking the real state of play in 2025, we'll discover not just the challenges, but also the opportunities that lie ahead for Australia's economy and its people. To truly understand Australia's economy, we need to look beneath the surface and explore the engine room, the sectors that drive growth, create jobs, and generate national wealth. Australia's economic story is one of transformation, resilience, and adaptation to a changing world.
Services are the quiet giant, making up 2/3 of Australia's GDP and providing 4 out of every 5 jobs. This sector is broad, covering everything from finance and education to healthcare, tourism and technology. It's the backbone of daily life, supporting millions of Australians. Financial and insurance services are at the forefront, powering investment and innovation. Construction shapes our cities and infrastructure, while healthcare grows ever more vital as our population ages and urbanizes. These trends reflect an increasingly urban, aging society, with new demands on services and support systems.
Mining is iconic in Australia's identity, but it directly employs just 2% of the workforce. Yet, its impact is massive. Exports of iron ore, coal, and gas bring in billions, funding public services and infrastructure. However, this also means Australia is exposed to the ups and downs of global commodity prices.
Agriculture, while a small slice of GDP, punches above its weight in exports. Around 60% of what we grow, wheat, beef, wool and more, is shipped overseas, feeding millions and supporting rural communities. Manufacturing has shrunk in size but reinvented itself, focusing on high-tech, advanced and niche products. From medical devices to aerospace components, Australian manufacturing is finding new ways to compete globally.
Together, these sectors form a complex, modern economy, service-driven, innovative, and deeply connected to the world. Yet, Australia's prosperity is still rooted in its vast natural resources and agricultural heritage, blending tradition with progress. The challenge for Australia? Balancing the stability of its service sector with the volatility of global markets, and ensuring future growth is both sustainable and inclusive. Australia's economic engine is powerful and diverse, but it's not without its vulnerabilities, making adaptation and innovation more important than ever for the nation's future. The post-pandemic years have left Australians financially stressed, despite a rapid economic rebound.
Inflation surged, peaking above 6% in 2022, forcing the Reserve Bank to hike interest rates.
The result? A cost of living crisis. Wages can't keep up, and real disposable incomes are falling.
For many, it's about choosing which bills to pay and what to cut from the shopping list.
Nowhere is the pressure worse than housing. Soaring demand, limited supply, and rising interest rates have sent prices and rents skyrocketing. The government's ambitious home building targets are falling short, and taxes inflate construction costs.
Home ownership is slipping out of reach for many, while renters face record high rents.
This isn't just economics, it's a social crisis, deepening inequality and threatening the fair go. The housing crunch is reshaping the Australian dream. Migration has fueled Australia's growth, but the recent population surge has sparked fierce debate.
Record numbers of students and workers filled labor gaps and boosted the economy, but the pace has overwhelmed housing and services.
Rents have soared, vacancy rates have plummeted, and infrastructure is stretched thin, from crowded trains to long waits for doctors. State and local governments struggle to keep up, while the federal government reaps the tax benefits.
The result? The economic pie grows, but each person's slice shrinks. Headline GDP masks falling living standards.
Migration is vital, but it must be managed sustainably, with investment in homes and infrastructure to match. The challenge is balance, growth without eroding quality of life. Australia's future depends on getting this right. Australia's 2025 economy is a blend of old and new. Services dominate, but resources and agriculture still matter.
Finance, healthcare, and education drive jobs and innovation, powered by a skilled workforce. Mining remains a global calling card, delivering export windfalls but exposing us to global shocks. Manufacturing has shrunk but evolved, now focused on high-value, specialized products. Agriculture's share is small but crucial for exports, with farmers among the world's most efficient.
This mix brings stability, but also a challenge: how to build a more complex, innovative economy while managing reliance on raw exports. The balancing act will define Australia's economic future. Can we move beyond the quarry economy and create new engines of growth? Australia's prosperity is built on trade, selling resources and food, buying what we don't make. Our economy has long relied on the ability to connect with global markets, turning our natural advantages into economic strength. From the wheat fields of Western Australia to the cattle stations of Queensland, we export what we grow and mine, while importing the goods and technology that shape our daily lives.
In 2024, exports hit $644 billion, mostly to Asia, especially China, our top customer and supplier. Our ports are gateways to the world, with ships carrying minerals, energy and food to our neighbors. Trade routes across the Pacific and Indian Oceans are the lifeblood of our economy, linking us to fast-growing Asian markets. China buys a third of our exports, mainly iron ore, coal, and gas. But this deep link is a strategic risk. Our reliance on one major partner means that shifts in policy or demand can have huge impacts at home. While these exports fuel China's growth, they also shape our own economic fortunes. Japan, South Korea, and India are also key markets. We import heavily from the US and Europe. These relationships bring diversity to our trade, with everything from cars and electronics to pharmaceuticals and machinery arriving on our shores. Our ties with Western economies add stability and innovation to our supply chains.
We're part of global trade pacts, but our pattern, raw exports, finished imports, defines our place in the supply chain. Australia is a vital supplier of raw materials, but we often buy back finished products at a premium. This cycle shapes our industries and the jobs available to Australians.
A persistent current account deficit means profits from foreign-owned companies flow offshore. While foreign investment brings growth, it also means that a significant share of the wealth generated here doesn't stay in Australia, but is sent to shareholders and investors overseas.
Foreign investment has built our industries, but much of the wealth leaves Australia. The challenge is to balance attracting capital with ensuring more benefits remain at home, supporting local jobs and communities. The challenge: diversify trade and keep more value at home. By expanding into new markets and developing advanced industries, we can create more opportunities for Australians and reduce our vulnerability to global shocks. Our future depends on smarter, more resilient trade relationships. By building new partnerships and investing in innovation, Australia can secure its place in a rapidly changing world economy. Australia is wealthy by global standards, with high median wealth and a strong safety net.
Most wealth is tied up in property, and superannuation has built huge retirement savings.
But beneath the surface, poverty and inequality are rising. Over 13% live below the poverty line, including nearly 1 in 5 children.
Homelessness is growing, driven by unaffordable rents and inadequate social support.
The fair go is under threat, as intergenerational wealth gaps widen and opportunity depends more on your parents' assets.
Addressing inequality isn't just about justice, it's essential for a stable, prosperous society.
The lucky country must work to ensure its luck is shared. The challenge is urgent and growing. Climate change is no longer a distant threat. It's an economic reality for Australia in 2025.
Disasters like bushfires and floods have inflicted billions in damage, diverting resources from growth to recovery.
Insurance costs are soaring, and some regions are becoming uninsurable.
Agriculture is hit hard. Farm profits have dropped 22% in 2 decades due to climate shifts. Tourism is also at risk, with icons like the Great Barrier Reef under threat.
The paradox? Our economy profits from fossil fuel exports, the very drivers of climate change.
Transitioning to a low-carbon economy is now an economic necessity, not just an environmental one.
The costs of inaction are mounting. The time for change is now. Australia's future prosperity depends on bold climate action. As 2025 ends, Australia stands at a crossroads, wealthy and stable, but facing deep challenges.
Our strengths, resources, institutions, and location are real, but old formulas no longer guarantee success.
The cost of living and housing crises, fueled by rapid population growth, threaten social cohesion.
The task is to ensure growth lifts everyone, not just a few.
We must diversify beyond commodities, building new industries in renewables, tech, and advanced manufacturing.
Climate change is the defining challenge, both a threat and an opportunity for transformation.
The question is clear. Can Australia build a more sustainable, complex, and fair economy? The answer will shape the next chapter of the lucky country.